It's recording? Yes, it's recording. How you doing today, guys? I think it's afternoon by now. Had to do a school shoot this morning with a partner. And first things first, spoke to Kenny. I'll tell you why in a few seconds why I spoke to Kenny. I think I failed to let everybody know that when Fart blew up the first time when I was involved with it, Kenny and I spoke after I published that video, and he gave me back the founding farters, you know, him and I, the contribution we made to start the contract. That contribution, much like Dan's, was a whale that nobody could ever touch, supposedly, and neither of us could withdraw from. Nevertheless, we were allowed access to our dividends, just not the money that we put in or the ETH that we put in, and that portion of what I put in was much smaller amount than what I actually put into Fart later, but that portion to start the contract, Kenny gave me back. He gave me back that, and just to be clear, just because I was so mad at myself and I expressed anger towards Kenny, do not hate him. He's not a bad guy. I still think, bottom line, he's got the biggest balls of anybody in this community to do what he's done. Bottom line. And big balls doesn't mean... It means a lot, but it doesn't mean that we're smart. And if you think I'm smart and you think what I say comes from intelligence, check yourself. Check yourself. So Kenny, that's just the way. I'm sorry I didn't let the community know. It's never too late to ask for anything, and you know, hopefully, I don't know. Just that's the case, and that's the story, and that's what happened. Second, Angie. Angie's one of the people over at Revolution 1. She was with P3D. She liked Kenny. Somebody I've spoken to, not much recently, but initially we spoke a lot. I gave her some ETH, or no, I donated, I don't know what I did. I think I donated to her masternode, or I gave her, I don't know. But she's returned the favor, and I want to thank her for that. That's very cool to see this morning. It was pretty big, too. I'm surprised. I don't know, I gotta look at how it came to be, but thank you, Angie. Well, for whatever reason you did that, I really appreciate that, and hopefully I can do stuff like that for others. Okay, and then finally, yesterday, I was hanging out in the studio, making face mounts, doing my work, and visitors come and go. Big guy comes in, a little bit taller than me, probably about 30, 40 pounds on me, older, and he starts talking to me. He's not really concerned about the art in the gallery, he just starts talking, and we get into it, and I ask him about crypto, and the second I asked him about crypto, he starts talking about criminals, and I laugh because I think that, you know, if we're going to talk about criminals, let's talk about, you know, banks. Let's talk about, you know, people that rig interest rates. Let's talk about high crimes in finance, like where the real crime, HSBC laundering, you know, billions of dollars for drug lords. It's very clear where the high crimes are, in my opinion. And he said to me, no, I didn't understand. And what I don't understand crime is, and at that moment he flashed me a federal agent's badge. And it kind of took me aback a little bit, but didn't stop me. Well, it did stop me because there were a lot of things I wished I said when he was here that I didn't. But ultimately he went on and on about how marijuana dispensaries are the real criminals because they're not paying the municipalities, or the municipalities are criminals. Every level of crime he spoke to was something in reference to like stuff we see on the news that's meager when criminals... like on the internet, like your Craig Grants and stuff. That's the kind of crime he's speaking to. That's the real crime and the real problem in society. And he went on and on to speak about how stupid everybody is in society. One thing I was proud of was when he said, we got into the conversation of, because the guy, after he flashed his bag, we're just having this conversation like who's smarter almost. And this competition, and we spoke to gun control, and I said, you know, everybody in the world should have guns except me, because then they're all going to point at each other, and I'll be the last person they point at. I love the idea of guns. If we look statistically in the world, you know, some of the most safest communities are those with guns. Where everybody has a gun. And he came, a federal agent said, you know, he's got to, because he's so smart and everybody's so dumb, according to him. I'm the last person to think I'm the smartest guy in the room. I just want to make sure that anybody who does realizes they're not. Anyways, he says to me that if he was going to have a gun control, because he apparently speaks publicly, he's very well off for himself. A man with 3 homes, all this wealth he speaks to as a federal agent. Wonder where that money came from. Yeah, buddy, you come back. Let's have a fucking conversation. If you came and visited me because what you're seeing here, fucking chump face, let's have a conversation, okay? Because you're a fucking moron. Why are you a moron? Because you told me if you want to solve all the gun problems in the world, you should be the only one with a gun. I looked at him and I could not hold I called him a chicken shit. I'd love to do it again. Like, look him directly in the face about this close and say, you're a fucking chicken shit. So, because of the federal agent, when he left, I got these butterflies in my stomach. My head told me this was nothing because he just walked in at random. We didn't speak to anything about smart contracts because he doesn't have a clue what they are. After I brought it up, I brought up a lot of things in crypto. Anytime I did that, he was convinced it had to do with criminality. It seemed to be because of the way he spoke to all these other crimes that were so much more relevant. And then when I spoke to relevant crimes like, you know, like I said, LIBOR, HSBC laundering money, Wells Fargo screwing over their clients. I mean, it's so prevalent. As a U.S. agent, why are you not going after those criminals? Because marijuana dispensaries are more important, according to him. They make society a worse place. Dude, you're a fucking fat pig who needs to fucking have his head chopped off, man. You fucking are part of the crime that's going on. And if you don't see that, if you don't see that you're gonna suck out of your pension way more than you ever contributed to it, you're a fucking leech and a cancer, in my book. And I wished I said that to you. And now I'm saying it to my whole world. And if you came here on behalf of this channel, you're obviously listening. So I totally look forward to you bringing me more butterflies and threatening me. So... And so when that happened, I reached out to Dan, Kenny, a few of my friends, just to let it be known that I had a visit. Because I've never had a visit. I've never met a federal agent beyond like a social situation. And, you know, or at my art shows, I speak to officers. I'd make a point of trying to give officers a calendar to say thank you. I truly believe those that serve our community and make it like a police officers. I'm convinced. Those are the people, if anybody, besides bankers, lawyers, and politicians, the police officers, the firemen, those are the jobs. Like, Madonna said it, like, if teachers paid as much as what she did when she stood up on stage and did what she did to make the money she did, she'd have been a teacher. I mean, come on, guys. Get a clue. I mean, I'm not trying to say anything that's not obviously apparent. I'm just trying to say, you know, there's things that we're doing, we're participating in that we need to kind of rethink, and this is why I want what is best, and why I think the blockchain is for that, or can be at least. It's up to us. Let's keep the conversation going. Let me know how crazy stupid I am, and thanks for watching. Yeah, have a good one.